United we fall, a story of family, of betrayal, of trust, of unity, of survival. An original audiobook. Chapter 3. 1,000 tears later, as the pain was beginning to subside, she realized that she had to make a decision. A voice in her head kept saying, "This is a no-brainer, girl. He has got to go." "But you know you still love him," another voice in her head replied. "That man cheated on you. He's a liar," said the little demon on her left shoulder. Then the angelic voice in her right ear said to her, "That man is your husband. He made a mistake, but you took a vow to stand by his side, for better or for worse, and you meant it." She sat blankly staring at the wall in front of her as the conversation went on and on inside her head. Back and forth, each voice took turns pleading their cases, arguing their points. She secretly hoped that one side would win and resolve her dilemma. She wished that someone would just come along and say, "It's okay, baby, I got this. Everything is going to be all right." She desperately yearned for a knight in shining armor to come riding in over the horizon and save the day. "That's make-believe, girl," she told herself. "Knights in shining armor don't exist. You are a grown woman. Act like it." She scolded herself for fantasizing. "Yes, they do," the voice in her right ear whispered. "You already have a hero, a problem solver, a go-to when the chips are down guy," the voice continued, "and he's the one that cheated on you." Her world turned red and she screamed loudly, "Enough!" Though there was no one around to hear her, she continued, "I know what I have to do." Having finally made her decision, a sense of calm washed over her. This was an unfamiliar feeling now. In the past several days, she had only experienced fleeting moments of peace. She had lost 12 pounds in the last week. Food no longer had its appeal, and sleep was now nearly impossible for her. She had almost completely isolated herself from people. Even when her friends and family came around trying to show their love and support, she found herself only physically present. It was as if a giant vacuum had sucked her spirit right out of her body and left only the shell. "It's all over now," she comforted herself. She had surrendered. No more fighting, no more pain. They had come too far in this relationship to turn back now. They could endure this, she had decided. Her children deserved to be raised by two loving parents, she told herself. "I'm not going to be somebody's baby mama. I'm a wife. That bitch is not going to take my man away from me." She seemed to be unconsciously reviewing her reasons for making this choice. True love is forgiving. I want forgiveness. Wouldn't God want me to forgive? She was beginning to wonder if she really believed any of this, or was she only trying to convince herself? She shook her head as if to literally expel the voices from inside her. As she reached for her phone and instinctively dialed his number, one final thought filled her mind. "I've made my decision." "Hello, baby," he answered. The sound of his voice sent a rush of emotion through her. Today, his was the voice of peace, of love, of her future. "I love you," she said and exhaled. "I love you too, baby, more than anything in the world," he replied. The sound of joyful sobbing filled the telephone line for the next whole minute. There was no need for words, as they both just let it all out and cried.